Hello, hello, hello.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Are You Serious podcast. My name is Ramon.
I'm Dave.
We are going to talk about boxing. We're going to talk about old boxing as far as history and great fights from history.
Yes,
We'll also talk about current fights. We'll have some live fight shows or fight parties that we'll end up commentating fights over. And other than that,
yep.
it's all about boxing.
We love boxing. Maybe some UFC, I don't know.
Yeah,
But mainly
boxing.
boxing.
Yeah.
Boxing is the focus. Boxing is the passion. I've been following boxing quite a long time. Ramon has been following boxing quite a long time.
I got into boxing real tough when Terrence Crawford, who's from my hometown of Omaha, Nebraska, once he got started, I have followed him and watched him pretty much every fight, and I've learned about other fighters.
Yeah.
So
I've been into boxing since about 1996 or 7. Right when De La Hoya and all that batch of welterweights were coming up and fighting each other, Mosley and Trinidad, and Floyd Mayweather was coming up. It's all his whole career as it developed. It's interesting. Anyway, we love boxing.
love it.
We're going to be talking boxing, talking a lot of crap.
Yeah,
Uh, we don't mean nothing if we offend anybody, right?
yeah.
I don't think there's going to be any offense.
There shouldn't be any offenses to anything that we say. If we do offend someone, we apologize now, but we do ask you to subscribe. We do ask you to watch us. We do ask you to comment, and we will try and get back to you in the comments. So
Okay,
go to.
two.
So we will be doing uh weekly shows, and other than that,
And we want 2 racks of ribs.
yeah.
That's what that was about. I'm sorry, folks.
But we will be going back in history and watching some great fights from history. We will be watching some of the good fights from this era also.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's important to study history. I love the historical fights, the historically significant fights from the all-time greats. I love studying those fights, and that's really, I think, what the focus is going to be on. Because if you get too recent, they flag you here on YouTube. So
yeah,
we're trying to find that. We're finding that out in our pilot episodes that are
yeah.
private, and just see what gets flagged and see what not doesn't. And anyway, so uh, the first one we're going to be doing, I thought it would be interesting because I've seen some of these fights, not all of the fights. I know the outcomes. I've seen the aftermath of all of these, but I wanted to start by doing the from the 70s. It's a heavyweight, a WBA tournament that they held for the heavyweights uh, in the aftermath of the Ali exile. Okay, in 1967, they couldn't figure out who the champion was. They wanted to be the champion, so they set up a what was it? It ended up being 7 fights,
Yeah.
4-man tournament, six. I don't know what it was, not 8. Anyway, 7 fights.
I've never seen any of these fights. Probably seen some highlights of it, but never seen any of them in their entirety. So I believe this is going to be something worth watching. Hopefully, you guys join us.
Historical significance here. Another thing to add here is that they wanted Joe Frazier to participate in this tournament, and Frazier looked at all of the guys that they were having, which was all of the top guys in the heavyweight scene. Patterson and Terrell were apparently favored to win, but it was Patterson, Terrell, Jimmy Ellis, Leotis Martin, Oscar Bonavena, and Carl Mildenberger. Uh, and Frazier said, "I'm not going to participate in this tournament because I would beat all of them." And what he said is exactly what ended up happening. Is he ended up fighting the winner of the tournament. I'm not going to give any spoilers because we have to watch this tournament. Uh, I think it's going to be interesting, though. I've only seen a couple of the fights from the tournament, so this is all going to be new to me and new to him.
Yeah.
And hopefully new to you, and we can learn something, and it's going to be fun.
Let's do it.
We're going to score it as they go along, even if they are stoppages, even if I know it's going to be a stoppage. We're still going to be scoring it as if we're judges, just to add something to the flavor of what we got going on, right?
Right. And like I said, I'm not much of a historian. Dave is the historian, but I will be learning right along with all you guys.
It's going to be
So,
good.
again, welcome to the Are You Serious podcast, and we about to get rocking and rolling.